everyone, Manuela Marcheggiani from Isomers Laboratories. Welcome to our channel. In today's episode, we're going to talk about Blake Brown hair care. So this is the hair care that Blake Lively has put her name to, that she has created. It's quite interesting. It has been very popular now, and the reason is both the hair care and Blake Lively has been in the news. What we're going to do today is we're going to break down her hair care. We're going to break down the controversy. We're going to talk about this. So first, we're going to look at 3 videos where she's actually styling hair. We're also going to look at one video that leads directly to the controversy. And then later on, as a cosmetic chemist, we're going to look at her products. We're going to break down the inkies. We're going to tell you what's in it, what can it do, what can it not do, and why there's no conditioner.
Welcome back, Queen Serena.
She just messes up the hair. She just sprays and fluffs. There's a lot of fluffing. Is she a fluffer? She's a fluffer. Nothing combing. It's just fluffing. Next.
It's the feminine energy. Feminine energy. Feminine energy. Feminine energy. Feminine energy.
It's a mess. Is that styling? Okay, well, I guess you're putting in air and space. I guess it's just the fact that you're adding volume to the hair. Okay. And maybe it probably smells good. Maybe it's a nice experience.
I trust you. I don't think there's anyone else I trust more than you right now.
Really? I feel so grateful for your trust right now. But, okay? I don't think you're gonna do this. I mean, big.
Yes, thank you.
Big. Look at that.
Look at what? Okay, well, I don't get it. It's just fluffing it. It's just fluffing it. I don't know. This looks like messy hair. I mean, it's just using your hands and spraying some hairspray, dry shampoo or something, right? That's not styling hair. That's just probably drying it up, adding some volume, and adding some smell to it. So maybe you feel better because someone's paying attention to you, but I don't know. I guess I was expecting more. So that was good. Blake Lively has also been in some controversy. So we're going to take a look at that video as well.
First of all, congrats on your little bump.
Congrats on your little bump.
What about my bump?
You've got 2 nice ones.
And these, they are kind of bumps, aren't they?
No, not bumps. The lovely lady lumps. Check it out.
Thank you, thank you.
Are
You
you
like the
gonna-
movie? Are you a Woody Allen fan?
I love most of his movies, and this one was so visually amazing.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Did you guys love wearing those kind of clothes that you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, working in
Everyone
digital.
wants to talk about the clothes, but I wonder if they would ask the men about the clothes.
I would.
There's
So I
so
feel
much
like-
warmth of everything, you know.
Yeah, it's not just the women that have the.
Can I say rude? Like really rude? Like no social skills and no social manners? This is just horrible. It's awful. I think that was awful for the interviewer. And I would think that I guess these actors hate doing these interviews. They think they're too good for it and they don't have to promote their brand, or they don't have to actually do the professional part of the business. So they think they can just come and go. That's my reaction to this. It's not very positive. Said, you're calling me fat. As opposed to thank you very much, which would have been the right thing to do. Thank you very much. That's it. Because she's openly pregnant. Everybody knows she's pregnant, so you say thank you. You don't say, well, yeah, look at your bump. Like that's just rude. That's just rude. It has nothing to do with, I think the interviewer hated it for many reasons, not just that one thing. Personally, I would think that she also didn't like it because she ignored her. She didn't even look at her. She didn't look at her. She didn't talk to her. She was rude to her. She tried to and talk to only her other co-host there. She basically That's just awful. And then she thinks that in real life she's better than what she's portrayed, but she's portraying herself. This is not a role she's playing. This is who she is. So I would say that she grew up with a lot of money and she was somebody's little princess. So she probably comes from a very wealthy family and is spoiled. And so she thinks that she doesn't have to be polite and have manners. That would be my assessment of her. I could be totally wrong. So let's break down the hair care line. All right, so let's go with the dry shampoo first. So here's from my notes. The dry shampoo, the claims are absorbs oil, eliminates odor, refreshes hair between washes, and is talc-free. So you know what you're getting there. Something that is obviously drying and anti-oil and refreshing. So you want it to smell good. So in there's propellants. So there are propellants in there. These are hydrofluorocarbons, 1,5,2A, and dimethyl ester. What these do in a formula is it's going to help it in the container to propel. That is basically what you put in there so that when you do the spraying, it actually sprays. There's denatured alcohol. That's a drying agent, absorbs oil. There's aluminum starch, and that absorbing agent, it captures oil and refreshes the scalp without buildup. So a lot of these are masking agents too. And so what they're going to do is they're going to take an odor and encapsulate it so you don't smell it. So that's kind of how that works. There's silica that's going to absorb oil. There's fragrance in there that's amber and vanilla. Could be a potential irritant for sensitive skin or for sensitive users. The pros of this formula, what's good in here? Lightweight, talc-free, no white cast. The cons, if you use this frequently, it has denatured alcohol in there, which is very drying, and that's going to be very upsetting to the hair and to the scalp. That lacks any kind of nourishing or scalp soothing agents. So this is great as a quick fix. This is great as a dry shampoo. This is great as a refresher. So this is not an everyday thing. Fundamental nourishing shampoo. Key claims. Soothes, tames frizz, softens hair, provides moisture. One of the things I did as an aside note about her overall line, because I have looked at all 5 products, and I can tell you, we are going to be trying one of them. I went to Target, completely blank, like sold out to one product. I didn't even know what it was. I just grabbed whatever it was because I was hoping to be able to try all 5 and give you my honest review on what they're like, because they are popular, and this is just a little bit interesting. But there was only one, and so we will talk about that one in a little bit. And I will do a before and after. I will get an actual field review. Fundamental nourishing shampoo. The key claims for this is that it smooths, tames frizz, softens hair, provides moisture. Overall, her line is very good for, believe it or not, taming frizzy hair, even though in those reactions, I don't know, it looked wilder than it needed to be. But so in the Inky, what is in this product? Sodium C14 and 16, olefin sulfonate. This is a surfactant. A surfactant is a cleanser. It removes dirt and oil, and it can be harsh for dry and sensitive skin or hair types. So when we say skin, I also mean scalp when we're talking about that. Cocamidopropyl and cocoglucoside, milder surfactants. So there's a cleanser and a cleanser. So there's going to be different layers of cleansers in here. Salvia hispanica seed, that's chia. This is very good for moisture retention. So when you have chia pet, the chia seeds or the chia pet, that's very good for moisture retention. Safflower seed oil, an emollient, softens hair, manages. This is one of the anti-frizz elements in this formulation. Hydrolyzed carrot, kale, and lemon. Protein extracts. This is protein rich. So these proteins are also going to help rebuilding the structural element of the protein to help fight the frizz, right? This is all part of the nourishing. Aloe adds hydration. Guar hydroxypropyl tritonium chloride, conditioning agent, enhances manageability and smoothness. These things are important because when you're cleansing the hair and fundamentally putting things in your hair, so you want a surfactant or you want elements in there that are cleaning, you want to open up the hair shaft, open up the cuticle, but then you need to close that cuticle. Because if you keep it open, your hair is actually going to be frizzier and duller. So in here, this chloride, this conditioning agent is going to help close the cuticle and enhance the brightening. What's good about this formula? The pros: gentle cleansing paired with protein. So this and botanical oils. So you have cleansing, you have protein, you have botanical oils. It's very good for frizzy and for dry hair. It's also very good for damaged hair that needs hydration. So I think it's a very good, and it's also giving you cleansing and conditioning in one step. So I know her whole thing is about, I don't have a conditioner, you don't need a conditioner. But if you look at the routine where you're masking at one point, you're conditioning your hair, and even this shampoo is almost a 2-in-1. Cons: sodium C1416 can be harsh, can dry out the hair, and not recommended for color treated hair. So this is kind of a little bit of a oxymoron, a little bit of a difficulty. If your hair is very damaged because it's color treated, this may not be for you, even though this is designed for very dry, damaged hair. I would go more with frizzy, dry, and lightly chemically treated hair. That's the target for this formula. So it is basically a 2-in-1 shampoo for dry to normal hair. Next one is the All-in Wonder. All-in Wonder leave-in potion. Detangles, primes hair, improves damage, adds shine. Sounds great. Inky. Cetyl alcohol, it's a fatty alcohol and conditions and softens the hair. Aloe, hydrating and soothing. C15 and C19 alkane, it's an emollient. This is an emollient is something that locks in moisture, reduces the frizz without weighing it down. So these are very common ingredients. Coconut oil. Coconut oil is good because it has the ability to penetrate, right? This is not just coating, this is penetrating the hair. So this is going to help with the nourishing. So this is a really key ingredient here. Again, we're going to see the protein combo. It shows up again in this formula. The hydrolyzed carrot, kale, lemon protein, and quinoa provide strength, protection, and repair. So they must have found that this combination of this ingredient, if it's pre-blended somewhere else, is giving this protein lift for the hair. Sunflower seed extract, safflower seed oil, oils to nourish the hair cuticle, panthenol, provitamin B5. That's been used for ever, to strengthen the hair, add shine, promotes it strengthens the hair because it makes it more elastic. You want it to be stretchy. Stretchy comeback, stretchy comeback. Pros. What's good about this formula? Lightweight, protein-rich ingredients, helps to detangle and repair. It can do that based on the inky. Suitable for hair that requires both moisture and damage control. So this is going to be good for damaged hair that needs moisture. So somebody like me that I am gray and I color my hair often, this would be good for my hair. Coconut oil is also highly beneficial because it is going to be able to penetrate, and so it just doesn't coat. And this is the trick in being able to add the conditioning without weighing the hair down. The cons: what's not good, what's not ideal about the formula? Isopropyl alcohol, it's drying over time. So if you use it often, you'll find that it's going to dry out. The coconut and safflower, if you have very fine hair, may be too heavy for you. The target audience: medium to thick hair, frizzy, prone to breakage, somebody who uses a lot of heat styling tools. This is for you. This is designed for your hair. The fundamental nourishing mask. The claims on this product are hydration, adds body, smoothness, and frizz control. Do you see that theme of frizz control? Frizz control is always fly away and open cuticle, right? So this is all about closing that cuticle. The inky in this one, sterile alcohol, bihydramonium chloride, that is a mouthful for me. So is lecithin for me. It's a conditioning agent, softens the hair. This is going to help with the combability of the hair, right? Glycerin. Glycerin is a humectant, draws in moisture. Glycerin is also very sticky and rich. So glycerin is very, very good for being a moisture binder. Again, you see the protein blend here. The hydrolyzed carrot, kale, and lemon protein. This is going to strengthen, promote the elasticity. Aloe is back here again. Safflower and sunflower. And here they have some esters, some cetyl esters. These esters make a smoothing effect. Pros on this one. It's rich, nourishing. It's very good for dry, damaged, chemically treated hair. Again, it's got that protein blend in there, so they've understood putting the proteins and oils. This is going to give you strength and moisture. Also has enough lightweight oil in here to condition and brighten the hair, nourish the hair, but not weigh it down. But on the flip side, the cons. If you have very fine, thin hair, this is not for you. It's too much. It also contains the isopropyl alcohol. Again, this is another ingredient that they have put into their formulas. So again, long-term, it promotes dryness. It is very drying. So it's kind of anti-moisture, anti-hydration. And your target audience, this is thick, dry, coarse hair that needs hydration and manageability. So definitely it's a type. This is not thin hair. This is not fragile hair. This is hair that's thicker, coarser, and requires more support. Okay, so the next one is the one I actually got. That was the one I was able to get at Target when I was there last week. So this is the one that I'm going to actually try out. So you're going to be able to see me, my before and after. So stick and watch to the end of this video. So you're going to actually see the results and the verdict, the experience of trying this next product. So what I was able to get my hands on was one product alone. And this is the Rich Reset Pre-Shampoo Mask. And it's actually very interesting to me. So it's a pre-shampoo mask. So let's see what this is. Let's just break it down by Inky. So it claims nutrient dense, sounds good. Everybody wants nutrient. I'm a big believer in nutrient dense food. Deep conditioning, smooth, softens, restores. So this sounds like really packing it in there, really fixing everything that you can. So what is in it, formula-wise? Formula-wise, it has castor seed oil, olive fruit oil. So these are rich oils that penetrate the hair shaft. Glycerin, we talked about that. It is a humectant. It has a umbilicus extract, Porphyra umbilicus extract. Big fancy word for seaweed. Seaweed is good. I like using seaweed or algae. Why? Really nutrient rich. I use it in skincare a lot. I take it also, like I will eat seaweed because it's almost a complete protein. So this is mineral rich in minerals, nutrients, it promotes health overall. So in a formula, nutritionally, it's very good for you. So in this case, there's claiming that it's going to improve the health of your hair and the shine. Hydrolyzed rice protein. That must be for strength. Hydrolyzed quinoa, more protein. Lactic acid. This is really good. Okay, so why is lactic acid in here? Lactic acid is going to be something that's going to adjust the pH of this formula. The reason why they're adjusting the pH of this formula is they're obviously going to close the cuticle of your hair. So this presupposes the hair is open. The cuticle is open. You're going to stuff it with the fats and the nutrients, and then the lactic acid will close the cuticle. And when you close the cuticle, it does a few things. It's going to strengthen the hair and it's going to boost shine because it smooths everything out. Okay. Pros. The pros from what I see here, it's going to be nutrition and rich oil. So it has rich oils and proteins, conditioning. Ideal for severely dry or damaged hair. The lactic acid is also going to give you a little bit of an exfoliation of your scalp, and it can improve your scalp health, but I haven't looked at the directions, but if this is a true mask with a heaviness to it, a lot of people will find that putting it on their scalp is not where it needs to go. It almost needs to go to the ends of the hair. So this is going to be interesting on how best to use it, because there's heaviness to this formula. So let's see. And the cons, again, natural hair, fine hair, this is too heavy for you. This is a very rich product. Could weigh your hair down. So again, we're going to look at, I guess the ideal candidate, I guess her target market is going to be dry, damaged, overprocessed hair, coarse hair. So this is my first experience with it. So this is the Rich Reset Pre-Shampoo Mask. This is the packaging that it comes in. It's kind of clean, I guess, packaging. She's got her name, Blake Brown, in here, and with her logo, BB. It's embossed, right? So it kind of feels nice. So it's kind of like a balance between simple, clean aesthetic with a little bit of wanting to add a little bit of richness to it, I guess. But this doesn't look very good. And this could be just because in Target, it's not really protected. So the box opens up easily. So there was a little bit of a tear in it already. And there's a little bit of trauma to the bottle as well, to this as well. So here it is. Here's the packaging. So this is this aluminum packaging? Aluminum packaging is very interesting because it is very eco-friendly. I kind of like it in the sense that this is very easy to travel with. It's not offensive at all. It's kind of nice, but it does look it doesn't look fresh when you're using aluminum. And the reason why this is very soft. So you can see I pulled it out of here and it already had indentation in it. This is neither here nor there, it's just an observation, but it does look very authentic. Let's put it that way. I don't know what it just looks very holistic in a sense when you're using these elements together. So it's very simple, the color, the tone, all of this. It's to make it feel very earthy, I think. Very earthy, very kind of good for you and kind of simple, but with a pizzazz. That's where I think where they're going with it, especially with the names. The names are like a mouthful. So this is Milky Sandalwood. So I'm curious to, oh, it's under a lot of pressure here. I think this is just how they make these formulas. So you know how they make this is made upside down. So this will be open and it's filled and it's sealed. So when they seal it, it'll put pressure in the product. So when you open the product, like I just did, the first thing is it's going to start squirting out. And that's just part of the manufacturing process when they're filling a tube like this, because they don't fill it this way. They're filling it through this side. Then they seal it, right? And so when they seal it, it puts a little bit of pressure on the product. So when you open the product, especially when this has such a low creamy viscosity, so this is very, very creamy. You can see it just continues to come out on its own. This is a bit between the viscosity and the packaging. I like the smell. I actually like this scent a lot. Yeah, but I find that this is like putting the genie back in the bottle here. This is every time I touch it, it's just ready to come out. I would, it's interesting because I would probably when you're in a shower, you don't really notice it so much. So sitting here, it's probably more, but this almost can pour it on its own. So I would, as a formulator, as a product developer, I would have made it a little bit thicker because of this spillage. But I can't wait to try it because I think it's kind of cool. I actually like this scent. This is something that's very warming, and this is something that I think smells, gives off spa and I just touched my nose. It gives off spa and wellness to me. I'm not using it properly right now by putting it on my skin, but I am going to go home. I am going to wash my hair. I'm going to try this and I'm going to get back to you. So we're going to Oh, this is a 30-minute treatment. This is a 30-minute treatment. See? You see what it says here? This is a 30-minute treatment, and then you're supposed to shampoo your hair and mask as usual. So that to me is shampoo, and if you're using one of her shampoos, which I can't, so I can't use the whole line. But this should be fine to be able to feel the conditioning elements of hair. If you have naturally oily or fine hair, you may want to shampoo twice. So just by looking at the Inkies and we did the review, this is rich. Remember, this is rich. This is going to be for dry, damaged hair that has a lot of heat treatment to it, hair that needs more moisture and nourishing element. I'm actually excited to try this one. This is the one with the lactic acid and the closing the cuticle. I think it's really important to close your cuticle and to know that the pH is important of the products to be able to close the cuticle. So that's interesting. Okay, so stay tuned for me to try this, but let's talk about something about conditioning. So her whole shtick or her presentation is that she's got masks and then this wonder treatment and the shampoo. She doesn't use conditioner. So there are conditioners in the product. So know that just because you don't have a conventional conditioner doesn't mean you're missing that step in your routine. So you should still get the hydration, the cleansing, and the protection. So that's what the conditioner is going to do. So the conditioner is going to fortify, nourish, and protect, right? So it's going to allow combability, manageability, shine, boost, all those things. This is very important. So she does her conditioning and cleansing as a 2-in-1, and that's kind of how she gets around the conditioner element. So her focus to me, no traditional conditioner, but she really has, I think, well, we're going to find out, right, by the actual performance, but from what I can see, they have been able to, the chemistry, they're balancing the cleansing and conditioning, the nourishing and the protecting. So they are taking those things in mind. So this is not something that they just slap together easily or willy-nilly. This is something that has a bit of thought. So the whole line in itself is very nourishing and conditioning, even though there is no conditioner in there. So you don't have to name it a conditioner to be able to give your hair the fortifying and the conditioning and the protection that it needs. So I'm going to be very curious to see how this works. So stay tuned. So here we are, bathroom setting. We're going to work on using this product. So I'm just going to instinctively use my brush my hair out. Now, let's see. Ba-ba-da-boo. Back to opening it. I brought it home. Let's see what these instructions say. Things are really hard to read sometimes. Directions. Before shampooing, wet hair and apply liberally in sections from roots to ends. Leave the mask on out of the shower for 30 minutes. Rinse thoroughly. In the shower, shampoo. All right, so I'm gonna go wet my hair and be right back. Wet hair me. This is me with wet hair. I'm just gonna comb it through one more time. I wanna do this in a way that makes sense. I'm gonna do sections. So we're gonna break it up. Put this on top. Do I have anything like... No. Let's do sections. Take this out. So liberally, generously. Oof. Roots. I'm going to just go through it in sections like this and apply it because it should be okay. In there, here, here, here. So in from the root all the way out to the tips. And I feel that it's spreading. Okay, pretty good. Yeah, oh yeah. And you want it wet because, in skincare, the skin, right, that's going to help now. And then you can feel the sections. You can actually feel it on, if you want, you can put a little bit more like back here. All right. Definitely my ends have it. Definitely. Oh, I can feel it all over. It creates a silkiness. So, do I need to brush it through? Probably, probably not. Doesn't really matter. I am just going to dry my hands here a little bit so I can feel the texture. It doesn't feel greasy. It spreads really easily. Hair is super silky. And now we will wait. Leave it in 30 minutes. I guess if you wanted to, you could probably wrap it as well. Like sometimes, you wrap it in a shower cap or a plastic bag to enhance the experience. I don't think that would, it doesn't say to do that, but it probably might be a little bit more comfortable than leaving the hair like dangling, especially when you have long hair, dangling on the back of your skin, the back of your neck. I used about a quarter of it for my hair length. I think that's good to know because I wanted to apply it generously, as it said, and then cover from root to tip. I may have applied too much. We'll find out. Let's see. Just got out of the shower, so I left it in, rinsed it, and it came off pretty easily. Shampooed. I had to shampoo my scalp very quickly because it was making my scalp itchy, but that's just me. So I would recommend not putting a lot on the scalp if you have sensitive scalp. And then when I rinsed it, this came out in the drain. So I don't know, just letting you know. So either it released a lot of hair that was stuck somehow to my scalp or hair, or it split it. I don't know. Just food for thought because I think, it's full disclosure. I do lose some hair every time I wash it. This is a big chunk, I would say. But it could be seasonal. I just want you to be aware, like you just look at different things. Does it feel different? It feels okay. Now we're gonna style it. We're gonna dry it and style it. We're gonna give it time to dry properly. I don't want to overprocess it. I don't want to speed it along. So I want to make this as gentle and appropriate to the hair as possible. Like I'm not going to try to overstress it just because we're trying this product and we're going to do things that are weird. So I'm doing it exactly as I would do a normal treatment, following the directions, doing what I'm supposed to do, and then giving you my feedback. I just want to jump on real quick because I showed you the hair the fallout. I don't want people to think that I'm dissing this at all. Our hair has natural times when it's shedding, growing, shedding, at rest, so there's three cycles the hair is in. Be aware every time you wash and shampoo and dry your hair, whatever, what goes down the drain. Be aware of how much hair you're losing because sometimes you'll lose more, sometimes you'll lose less. Depends on hormones, your lifestyle, your stress. I don't feel my hair is broke or anything like that. Quite on the contrary, this is a nourishing, building element. Did it absorb and change my hair magically? Nothing will after one treatment, right? Even when I go to the salon, I do think 30 minutes is a very long time. I do think 30 minutes isn't necessary. I think 10 to 15 minutes is more than enough. I have had my hair done by my hairdresser, and they have treated me to very high-end, very, very scientific, very, very specific hair care. And I've tried different treatments. None of these treatments for replenishing have been over the 10-minute mark. The color has taken a lot longer. So now I'm allowing it to air dry a little, and then I'm going to blow dry gently. But I can tell my hair looks, it's definitely happy. Definitely it's happy. Is it better? It's on a good path. So it definitely is not worse. Definitely is not worse. So that's always a good thing. So I know for sure it didn't strip, it didn't dry, it didn't damage my hair in any way, shape, or form. Hi everyone, so I'm back. So now my hair is dried and styled and it's fine. So I had to put some oil in it, a little bit more than usual. It just felt a little bit more flyaway, but it could also be the season. But overall, it's not a bad product. I think it's pretty good. Here is what it looks like. As I said, I think this is really great product for dry, processed, color treated hair. I think that you have natural hair or fine hair, you're going to find it a little bit rich. But overall, it was a good experience. I think that it is above average brand. And I think I wish her all the best of luck. And it's good to see that interesting ingredients in the formulations and that they're very thought out and smells really good. So hope you enjoyed this little bit of information on the Blake Brown hair care, and good luck to Blake Lively and good luck to anyone trying the product. I do think because I didn't use the entire line, I only had opportunity to get one product. I would love to know your feedback on if you've tried part of the brand, the entire brand, what steps you use. How does it feel differently in your hair? Does your hair perform differently? Do you notice that if you've got, like I have treated hair, it is on the fine, but I have a lot of hair. I found it to be good, and I find that I was very satisfied. Your questions, your comments, your like, share, and subscribe. But what were your experiences? What did you notice? Do you like this? How does it compare to other products that you're utilizing? Is there anything else you want me to cover ingredient-wise, formula-wise? What's in a formula, what it's supposed to do, what can it do? I'm happy to do that. I think it'll be a lot of fun to explore and to get that kind of experience through the eyes of a cosmetic chemist. Take care.